boom, I was in Nashville just a few days ago, and I got to link up with a buddy of mine that was actually the director of Active Valor. So the movie that all the active duty SEALs, myself included, participated in. He was one of the directors. We stayed in good touch. Phenomenal dude. And we're talking and kind of catching up, and he kind of reminded me of the first action scene we filmed in the movie. So one of the reasons the directors I thought were so kind of perfectly picked to do that job or had the vision for what it would be is they were all very, very high-end stuntmen. So they had been members of a stunt guild team company called Stunts Unlimited. I mean, most of the action movies you've ever seen, it's been one of their guys that's jumping off the building on fire, crashing the motorcycle, jumping the car. They're the guys, and these guys are top stuntmen. So they're all action coordinators. They know how to run dynamic, big picture action scenes. And one of the first scenes we filmed that had kind of high action was a rescue scene that was supposed to be taking place somewhere in, South America, Central America, something like that. We're rescuing this CIA operative from being captive with these bad guys, and we go in to hit this target. And it was super funny because we're blocking out the different scenes, and you kind of got to rehearse things and practice them. But we get up to the building, and so here's me and 6 of my teammates, all combat veterans, every single person there, multiple gunfights, knows what they're doing, and is standing there in full combat gear. And the stunt coordinator and kind of the guy that's going to actually choreograph the scene is explaining to us how we're going to hit this target. And I can see my guys' faces kind of like, okay, why would we do that? And he's kind of picking up on it, and he's looking at him like, what's going on? And they're like, well, we could do that, but it'd be the worst tactics ever. You'd never do that. And he said, well, what would you do? And I was like, well, give us like a butcher block paper and a couple Sharpies, and we'll draw up the mission plan. And so we kind of write some X's and O's. Hey, this is how we're going to do it. And we had to give some things away. We kind of come across a river in this sneaky way that you probably wouldn't do. You just go a mile upriver and cross. Nonetheless, it's still Hollywood, so they got to make it look good. But when we go to actually hit the target, I was like, we go here, we go there. And he's like, well, I don't know what to put the cameras are. I was like, well, look, we do rehearsals before we hit targets. Why don't we just run a dry run rehearsal, weapons up, and move, clear the different rooms, hallways. You can see how we do it. So his cameramen follow us. You could tell they're all geeking out. They're like, dude, I've never seen anybody move like this. We're filming this. And he said, hey, go run it. We got it. The scene turns out great. What made it fun is for the rest of the time, instead of him saying, hey, this is how we're going to have you do it, why don't you tell us how you do it? Here's the scenario. Here's the plan. You do it. At one point, we're running out, same scene. My buddy, a sniper, and I are running out of the jungle. And he's like, hey, we're going to have you blow up a truck with a 40 mic grenade, a 40 millimeter grenade, which I've shot both at a truck and at a person, and it didn't do damage particularly to either of them. And he said, well, we'll blow up the truck. I was like, yeah, but that weapon won't blow up a truck. He's like, well, what'll blow up a truck? I said, a rocket will blow up the truck. He's like, can you use a rocket? I was like, yeah, we'll use a rocket. So he was just super open to us using our skill set from the battlefield to translate it to the screen. It made for a great experience because it put authenticity into it. Hey, this is what happens. This is how it takes place. And it's just a fond memory. I don't have a teaching point. It was just a great story to kind of go through one of those funny moments when you realize the person I thought was in charge is not in charge. Why don't we listen to the people that really know what they're talking about? Hey, if this is the first time you're seeing me on screen and this just dumped into your feed, subscribe, follow. It'll get more of my content to you. We'd love to have you. Welcome to Ever Onward Tribe.